Hello, my Vibe Tribe. It's me. It is Sunday, February 14th. It's Valentine's Day. Um, and I thought I would just pop on and just do a quick. I had so much fun kind of doing the Romance Angels on Friday that I thought I would just come on and do something crazy here. I'm gonna wait a few moments for someone to pop on. Hopefully somebody will pop on. And we'll see what we got. We'll see what we have. I'm wearing my rose quartz today. And my aventurine and rose quartz on here with a little heart, you know. I think I named these Lucky in Love or Catch a Boo. It sounds like catch a cold, you bless you. But no, I mean, everything has to have a name, right? But I just made these one night because I thought maybe it'll help me discover that self-love that also helps other people kind of fall in tune with their own, self-love, which I think when you do that, boy, I really am fidgety, aren't I? I think when you do that, I think when you find that personal vibe within yourself, that special self-love within yourself, that you really kind of put that shininess out there. I'm not gonna lie, it's very sunny right in front of me. I am obviously not home. I am at my dad's house, spending Valentine's Day with my dad, and I can't really see myself. Just, hi, I'm here somewhere. Where am I? There I am. But anyways, okay, so it's Valentine's. I shouldn't have probably expected anyone to show up today, but that's okay. That is okay. I am learning new techniques. I'm learning new things. And I'm kind of just trying to learn how to go with the flow. And whoop, there's one card. I'm kind of just trying to learn how to go with the flow and figure out, what messages need to be shared by somebody and whatnot. And, it's nothing extraordinary. It's nothing fancy. I mean, it's nothing overly woo-woo. These are the Romance Angels oracles. So, I just want one more. Just one more. Come on, give me one more. There we go. Now we're just sticking out on top. Oop. Almost dropped it. So we have trust, retreat, and you deserve love. Trust, retreat, you deserve love. I think there must be something in this camera because every time I can sit at my desk or wherever I'm at, my dad set up a nice little setup desk here for me when I come to visit, and nothing. The minute I start a video, my nose starts running. I swear. But anyways, okay, so you just retreat, trust, you deserve love. If you're struggling right now and you are really, really, really kind of like desperate to find love, take a step back. Okay, this is what retreating is about. It says it's time to disconnect from the world. And I mean, they do show like a bride and groom here. I'm assuming that's a bride and groom. These do come with a book, but I'm going with the flow here, and I'm just gonna kind of read off of the card itself. Okay, because sometimes the book doesn't necessarily, it gives you a guideline of what people might be wanting. But if you're feeling like you need to disconnect with the world, disconnect with the world. Again, like I said, these are the Romance Angels deck. And I love this deck because, one, it's so pretty. It is so pretty. But a lot of times, and I was like this until I really kind of found my own self-love, that, you sit there, and I think it really comes from that whole thing that I talk about with the happiness, that the happiness has to come from within you. And I really wanted someone to fall in love with me because I wanted somebody to see me and to make me happy because I couldn't find that happiness in myself. But then, like I said, I've been on this journey, and it was really kind of a very long retreat for me. And again, it says it's time to disconnect from the world. If you are trying to find someone to be in a relationship with, you may not pull in the right person because you are searching from a place of not wanting to be alone and wanting to be with someone for all the wrong reasons, and that's not what you want, right? So, you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your spidey instincts. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Have faith that everything is going to work out. Divine timing is a bitch. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I hate divine timing. It is a bitch. But, you know, the situation is calling for you to have faith. Have faith that it's going to work out. You know, have faith that, you know, you're taking this step back and really kind of draw in what you actually want, and not just something so you're not alone, will work out, you know. And, you know, it's because you deserve love. You are lovable. You are 100% lovable. And somebody out there knows that. But because you're putting out these crazy vibes or these, you know, tense vibes, they may not be able to connect with you. You know, everyone always talks about a soulmate connection. Well, we have all different kinds of soulmates. It could be siblings, parents, friends, you know, family that are already family, but, you know, you have this deeper connection with them. You know, this like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that, you know, we just can finish each other's sentences. It's kind of like baby sibling and I, you know, we're cousins, you know, we share DNA, but we have a sisterly soulmate connection, you know, and it's the same with older sibling. You know, her and I are just best friends. We became friends probably about 2 decades ago. And over time, very quickly, actually, it grew into a soul sister type of thing because, you know, we did vibe on the same level. And the same with Sissy, you know. It's just, there are different kinds of soulmates, but, you know, the soulmate you may be looking for, you may not be able to draw them in because you may be trying too hard to draw them in. I've learned this the hard way. I've had failed relationships. I used to blame all of it on them, but part of it was me. I was drawing in what did not suit me, you know? So I am a little picky now. And I don't mean picky like, oh, sorry, you know, you just don't interest me. I mean, you know, I asked specifically, you know, I don't even remember what I asked for specifically, to be honest with you. I just figure at this point, if it happens, it happens. When it happens, I'll know. They'll know. And I'm not going to jump in feet first, you know, second date, I love you. You know, I mean, even if I feel it, I may not say it because, I mean, hi, too soon. Get to know one another. You know, I mean, there really is no time limit on what you say to each other. I mean, like I said the other day, when you know, you know. And that's okay. When you know, you know. But I think what I'm trying to say is that, you know, you feel it, you know, you feel it when you're somewhere and somebody is sitting there and you just start talking with someone and you just know that you're connecting, even if it's just a friendship thing. You know, you're sitting, I don't know, so you're sitting on a bus or you're sitting on a train or something and someone just starts talking to you. You just know, you feel it, you know. I mean, it's not just someone saying, hey, excuse me, what time is it? You know, and then they go back to doing whatever they're doing. And even if, you know, like say you're on an airplane, right? And you start having a conversation with someone next to you. It doesn't mean you're going to see each other again, but you're connecting. You know, you're connecting. And if it is meant to go further, you will probably find a way to keep that connection going. You know, random emails that you might get, a wrong number, you know, I mean, anything is possible. So remember, you deserve love. And it's because you are lovable, but you have to trust and have faith that the situation you want to happen for you in the love department is going to happen for you. And, you know, divine timing sucks, right? I know, I get it. And I feel like I'm kind of just talking out of my ass right now because there are some things I'm saying that might contradict what I said the other day. But I also don't want people to feel uncomfortable. I mean, I'm just telling you what I would do. You know, I like I said, for quite a long time during being single, I was coming from the wrong place. You know, I was coming from a place of not wanting to be alone, hoping that somebody could, you know, make me feel happy when I couldn't feel happy. And, you know, like I'm not shy about the fact that I have a dinged up mental health. And when you find the right person, they're going to know when you're not vibing high. If they don't know, don't be mad. Be honest. People with a dinged up mental health are incredibly amazing at masking. We're incredibly amazing at hiding exactly what it is we're feeling. And, you know, until somebody pushes that button, and then you just like, "Rawr." But you know, if you wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, good morning, good morning, and you're like, you know, how are you? Just be honest. Just say, you know, I could be better, but I think I'm going to be okay. I'm just not sure yet. You know, I have an alarm that goes off every morning, every day, and it is literally a mental health check alarm to see where I am at in the day. And it's usually early, but it's at least a couple of hours after I've woken up. And I find it very helpful because it reminds me to stay on top of my mental health. So, you know, just have faith that things are going to work out, but don't try to pop into a relationship for all the wrong reasons. Sometimes it's like the other day when I talked about on Friday about keeping an open mind. You know, just you never know who you're going to sit next to, right? We have a newscaster on one of our, I think it's our weekend morning news, and she met her now fiance on an airplane coming back from Europe. Who knew, right? I mean, she just went to Europe, go have fun, comes back, and poof, there it is. And it doesn't always happen that way. It can happen in a million different ways, you know, but just stay open, keep an open mind, you know, don't close yourself off to anything. Just, but also follow your vibe and know that if you are out there trying to find somebody, come from a good place. Already have your cup full, or at least almost full. You know, don't want to be in something just because you're lonely, because sometimes that can just lead to more loneliness, but you have a status update. I mean, is the status update really worth it? Sometimes, you know, you just got to ride the single tide until the right time. And, you know, like I said, I hate divine timing. I hate divine timing. It's hard because you know, you're always wondering when, until finally, like I said the other day, I committed to the idea of surrendering to trust and believing, and just when it happens, it's going to happen. You know, I am not an online dating person. I feel like for me, things have to be organic because, you know, sometimes when somebody pays attention to you and you're just like, wow, heart eyes, you know, so I'm really learning how to do things organically now. Sorry, I'm still drinking coffee. My dad made a whole pot, so now I feel like I have to drink the whole thing. Which I probably don't, but that's some good coffee though. But I will. And remember, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. If you are feeling overwhelmed, that is like for everybody. If you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are feeling like, oh, like the world has got you down and you're just not feeling all that fresh, disconnect from the world, you know. Turn off your cell phone, turn off, you know, but even if you just have to sit on the couch and veg to just get out of your head, just do it. I just want to pull one more. Let's see. Let's see. I keep, you know what? This is like the third time I've gotten this card today very soon. I'm hoping this is an answer for me because I'm a dork. But anyways, just hang in there, guys, okay? Divine timing very soon may not be very soon in our timing, but it's very soon in the romance angels timing. So just kind of cut yourself some slack, give yourself a break. And, you know, let's see here. Let's pull a Universe Has Your Back card, because yes, I brought these. Let's see, what is it? Oh, we got two. Hallelujah for that one. We've got two. When I think I've surrendered, I surrendered more. Or I surrender more. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. I get that. Because I can't tell you how many times I feel like I've committed to surrendering, to trusting and believing. And then I have to remind myself, because different things will pop up. For instance, last night I had this terrible dream. And in my dream, I was running from something. And I realize now that instead of running from it, I should have stood up to it. But I think what I was trying to tell myself is I really wasn't truly surrendering to trusting and believing, you know. And so this thing just pops up and says, poof, we're going to make you really realize that you did not surrender to trust and believing. So even though you feel like you've surrendered to an idea of something, something good, something helpful, something self-love, self-care, self-worthy, self-respectful type of thing, there's always room for more surrender. And that doesn't mean that you're weak. It does not mean that you are kowtowing to something bigger than you. What it is you're surrendering to the good things. I decided to cut controlling everything in my life out, because controlling everything may have been one of the reasons why I'm still single. Now, I don't want to focus on that. I know I have the last couple of days, because I know there's a lot of people out there that feel like me and who might even be at the beginning of where I used to be. And so that's why I keep sharing that. It's not because I want to just throw it out there. I'm not expecting any magic to happen from all of this, by announcing, hey world, I'm single. But what I am hoping is that somebody out there knows that they're not alone, that they see that there is a path that they can take, that when you do find a way to have that self-love, when you do find a way to have that self-respect and practice that self-care, that wonderful things can happen. Your cup starts to fill up, your happy cup, okay? Your cup of life, it starts to fill up, and you are now serving from your overflow. And I really feel like right now I'm in a place where I am serving from my overflow and not just serving from that empty vessel, because I need to find a way to fill up that vessel, okay? So when I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. There's always room for change and acceptance. And I think that's really what it is, because change and acceptance just popped in my head. So someone's like, stop rambling, just get to the point. Surrender to change and acceptance. Surrender to trust and believing. Let go of control. Let go of controlling thoughts. Let go of, you're not good enough. You're not worthy enough. You are good enough and you are worthy enough. Somebody out there will find you, okay? I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't even know if it'll be romantic. It could just be the most amazing friendship you've ever had in your life that really kind of brings you to new levels and really kind of puts you further and further on your path. I've had that in my life. I've had that with older sibling. I've had that with baby sibling, with my mom, my dad, sissy, just different people in your life that bring in different lessons, okay? Doesn't mean there's not going to be heartache down the road. But it also doesn't mean there is going to be heartache down the road. You just have to trust. So also, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. And it's the wise old owl. So I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. I'm trying to figure out how to put this, because consciousness, it's really like tapping into yourself. It's tapping into your soul. It's when they, like I talked about last week, when they have shadow work. Shadow work is basically really digging into that part of your consciousness that you don't want to see, that you don't want to deal with, that you shoved away, compartmentalized, put in a file cabinet, locked it and threw away the key. But nothing is permanent when it comes to compartmentalizing. Nothing is permanent when you try to push things away. So sometimes you just have to dig deep. You have to kind of figure that out for yourself, and you have to do whatever it takes to get closer to your consciousness, to get closer into your soul, to reach in and do that shadow work of all the dark things that might be hiding in there that need to be healed. Because if you don't heal that, the mistakes and the things you trip over in daily life are going to keep coming back and coming back and coming back and cycling back through your life until it's fixed, until you've healed it. And let's see, let's pull one more of these. I really like this Universe Has Your Back deck. It's pretty awesome. One of my favorites. And there we go. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. Universe, higher power, whatever your higher power is. If you believe in the universe and a higher power, that's great. It works fast when you are having fun. Go out there and live your life. Do not sit around and wait for life to happen to you. You do not know what's going to happen if you go outside. You know, like I said, one of our newscasters took a trip to Europe, came back, found the love of her life. You know, I'm not saying that's going to happen to you. I've been on many flights and still is yet to happen. But I will say this. When I'm having fun and when I'm just like poof, letting loose, you know, when you're on an airplane, I try not to overthink because I'm not a big fan of flying, but I do it because how are you going to get places? But I always get lucky and sit next to very kind people. You know, when I came back from London, I actually got booted from my seat, which I kind of was not happy about, but for a whole different reason, because the whole center console of the plane went out. So we're talking 10 hours flying home with nothing to do but read. And it's because the couple, one of the people that had, you know, were supposed to sit next to me, they wanted to be together. And that's fine. You know, if they were on their honeymoon, okay, no big deal. I got over it. But it was just kind of like, you know, next time just ask me before you just take my seat, because I would have done it anyway. But you know, like, I think that maybe that kind of speaks to the kind of, you know, social era that we live in, where people feel like they got to just sneak in because, you know, they're going to say, someone's going to say no. You don't know they're going to say no, but they don't know me from Adam. However, I sat next to the kindest, sweetest Indian woman, like, for Americans, literally an India woman. And her and her husband were going to LA to visit her son and her grandson, and the son's wife, of course. And she's like, I'm going to visit my son and my daughter-in-law, and my grandson is 6 months old. And their visa, they did the full visa, 6 months, right? And it was just so exciting. And she just looked so excited to be talking to somebody that genuinely listened, that genuinely cared. Now, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but, you know, if somebody's talking to me, I'm going to listen, because if I'm talking to someone, I would like them to be listening too. You know, but we all jived well, you know. Bathroom breaks, we're all coordinated, right? We all fell asleep at the same time, and we were all awake at the same time. And I really think that was meant to be. And you know, and after an hour into my flight, I was like, you know what? It's fine if the console doesn't work. It's fine if I can't do anything, because maybe I was meant to sit next to this woman and just let her be excited. And it makes the time go faster. I mean, I was just going home. She was going to her son, who she had not seen in like over a year, you know. And then, you know, and to see her brand new grandbaby that she'd only seen on FaceTime, and to hold her new grandson, you know, and to hug her daughter-in-law and to hug her son. She was so excited. And I'm grateful that I was able to be there for her for that. And it made the flight fun, you know. I mean, I wasn't excited about going home from London. I kind of wanted to stay. What can I say? But, you know, just when you're having fun, the universe will work faster for you. Your higher power will work faster for you, because this is not going 24/7 and wrecking everything and putting that little kibosh on your big plans. You know, one bad thought can really kind of upend you. Think of it this way. You're driving, you drop something on the floor, you're not paying attention. All of a sudden you got to throw on the brakes because you're almost in an accident. However, now you're tense. Now you're freaking out. And why? Because you weren't paying attention. Because you weren't paying attention. And I know that makes no sense when I said that, you know, sometimes you got to get out of your own head. But if you hadn't worried about what fell on the floor, whether it's your phone, your purse, whatever, you know, something that could be picked up, something that could be picked up later, if you would have just pulled over to the side and picked it up, you wouldn't feel tense. You wouldn't be kind of throwing your vibe into this icky place that, you know, sometimes it takes people a while to get back from, especially when you have to slam on your brakes, or you feel like someone might hit you because they're not paying attention. Just, you know, focus on not overthinking. Focus on being positive, you know. If something falls on the floor, still on that example, if something falls on the floor, just say, hey, you know what? I'll just get it later. No big deal. I'm going to go with the flow on this one. I'm totally going to go with the flow on this one. And just do it. Oh. That's not the card. Oh, was that one it? Nope, that's not it either. Sometimes you just, oop, oh, look at that. I think that might be one of them. So I'm going to pick 2 more. Oops, one just flipped over. And I'm not looking at these either, guys. Oops. Sorry. One just fell on the floor. Okay, let's see what these have to say. See, and I just dropped something else on the floor, but I'm not going to bother picking it up right now because I'm spending my time with you guys. Soul retrieval. Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon, you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power, so be willing to go through the healing process, knowing that any emotional clearing taking place is leading you to wholeness. Again, this is about connecting. Where did I put those cards? This is about connecting and getting closer to your consciousness. I probably shouldn't have put those up back on the top of the deck, huh? So, yeah, I'm going to re-pull these out so we can still talk about them because I have a funny feeling that they are intended to be looked at all together. So, again, I'm going to read it one more time. Soul retrieval. This is about shadow work. This is about connecting to your consciousness. That's your soul, guys. That's your spidey instincts. That's everything that kind of just pushes you forward. It is nothing crazy. It is nothing different. It is nothing beyond what we know we are capable of doing. It says, Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power, so be willing to go through the healing process, knowing that any emotional clearing taking place is leading you to wholeness. And here it looks like they're holding on to the sun, and the sun is bright, right? The sun shines on you. You feel good in the sunlight, you know. It's warm, it's inviting, it's comforting, and it's telling you that when you start to do the healing work, when you trust the situation and allow the healing to heal you and to happen, and by doing that, by retreating from the world for a bit to let that happen, that you are opening up different parts of yourself that have been hidden off to that bright light, to that sunshine, to the hands that are going to hold you up. So there you go. Temple of Lapis Lazuli. Ooh, that's really pretty. Your soul is very ancient and holds the wisdom of star peoples from civilizations with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a culture based in fear to a love-based community. You are here on this planet to be you to the fullest extent possible. Then you will help heal human culture so that the planet may thrive. We talk about this all the time. This kind of goes, I think, when I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. A lot of times we think that, you know, if we put too much love into this world, the world's going to get soft. It's going to get overly positive, too positive. No one's going to be able to swear. No one's going to be able to do this, that, or the other. Don't think that way. Okay? Don't think that way. It's not a big deal. Just trust it. Okay? Just trust that what you put out there, it makes the world a better place. There's always going to be negative people. Do we want that? No. But, you know, it's a balance. There's a balance that we have to keep. And so, but you might change somebody with your positivity. You might help somebody on their journey. You might show somebody that, wow, somebody does care about me. And that could change their whole outlook. That could change their whole perspective. So just, you know, put the good out there. Let's see. And you know what? Let me see what's on the front of that card. Star, a triangle, and a half circle. No clue what that means. But if I ever find out, I will let you know. Still new at this. Flower of life. You are entering a fertile period of your life. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and to surrender your control over how things will manifest and instead allow them to do so. Don't resist change. Instead, go with the flow and let it happen. Now is the time for your blossoming. Do I need to say more? Surrender. Surrender to resisting change. Just go with the flow and let it happen. Because, what does it say? when you surrender your control over how things will manifest and instead allow them to do so, it will happen. The universe works fast when you are having fun. It's all in the cards, guys. I mean, you watched me shuffle them. Whoever needed these messages today, I hope you got them. I'm excited for you because I think some of these messages were for me as well. And I kind of had fun doing this. I kind of had fun going with all the different cards and reading everybody a little bit differently than we normally do. But, you know, it's something I practice on. It's something I work on daily. I'm still getting better. Sometimes my messages might feel like they're off or maybe not exactly what you want them to be or what you think they are. But, you know, a lot of it is really, to be honest with you, it's interpretation. For me, I'm just the middle person here, really interpreting them for you. You know, those cards that we pull for whoever really needed those. So I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's. I am with you in spirit. I am going to go now because some of my cousins are coming over and we are going to have a lovely dinner with my dad. And it should be super duper fun. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to just seeing my two cousins too. So that'll be a lot of fun. And, you know, don't rush love. Take time when you need time. And remember to have fun. Surrender to, let go of the control and surrender to going with the flow. Surrender to change. Surrender to acceptance. Surrender to trust. Surrender to believing. Surrendering does not mean you're giving up. It means you're learning to receive. You are grabbing it all and taking it for yourself, okay? Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everybody. I hope everyone has, again, a happy Valentine's Day. And I will see you tomorrow for Monday's Daily Vibe. If everything goes the way it's supposed to be going, I will be doing it kind of on the move. I'll just leave it there because I'm not going to tell you just in case I end up back at the desk. But I have a funny feeling I won't be. I have a funny feeling I will be on the move tomorrow. So should be interesting. Never done that one before. Have a great day.